Yeah, to our discussion, so you're live on Happy 98.9 FM. You're also live on ETV Ghana. This is the Happy Morning Show. Now, we'll quickly have a discussion on Legal Resource Center. You will have a discussion on crime check and what to do. If you're in the hands of the law, what you have to do, what needs to be done, what you need to know as a citizen. If you find yourself in trouble, and USAID and a USAID, justice sector support activities and some no, access to justice, challenges with the justice delivery system in Ghana, the recommendations any way forward. The wedding hunkomo and opay what you made no so enchebia opinion ya berima beba cancer or the same kakra ebebre ewo jumedi no so na mamenka in same kakra and tremo. I say a key component of activities are earmarked for implementation under the USAID Justice Sector Support GSS activity is to promote public awareness and media campaigns aimed at enhancing justice delivery system in Ghana. I know hunkomo NIBD and pay what a Happy Morning Show. So and say quickly no mamitia opinion kesi awabe cancer and pay ya berima memakwaba eba Happy Morning Show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Me your friend Godfred.
Okay.
Go ya berima enko. FSM Chambers.
Okay. Very well. And see ya berima enko.
Yes.
FSM Chambers.
FSM Chambers.
Okay,
yes.
very well. And so you're a member of Crime Check Foundation.
Yes, member of Crime Check Foundation.
Very well. And the Indian Komo.
Yes, and then Komo.
I don't pay what be there. Now, a bano GSS activity and a justice support sector and some more case tracking system be. Now, a bano sa case tracking system now. I see anything now. How does that case tracking system know? How does it work?
Okay, me that's me share with you for so. By 6 months ni USAID Crime Check Foundation and other NGOs ya kai ho abom promote your friend of case tracking system. You share yen judicial system, especially the criminal justice system now in Sembebro. Most especially cases are prolonging for more than 6 months. It was not simple case, but nearly 2 years or court. The other challenge is Ibuana Ubi Ayaman remand. Maybe do baby see who a docket, maybe say prosecutor a transfer no, judge I would just a transfer no, or a remand. There's a case and case by you deal within a period of 3-6 months no, near come more than 2 years. Tenona USAID, Judicial Service, Ghana Police Service, YOKO, any other institutions like the prison service, Akaya Huabom, any software be a friend of case tracking system. And a way to collaborate and coordinate all these institutions together. Intimate church says, see as a chill be called police service.
Okay.
Instead of say police focus or a trolley attorney general for advice. Sometimes ends up to be 1 month. But the ecosystem and say your Dubico police station through our piloting system now. Case tracking system, the person you're being putting the personal information into the case tracking system. Okay. At that very instance, so Ghana legal aid will get to know of what is happening. Yoko will get to know of what is happening. Attorney General Department will get to know what is happening. Judicial service will get to know. Into a software, you are connecting all these institutions. The most start about decision in the judicial service, Ghana Police Service, Attorney General Department, Ghana Prison Service, Yoko, Ghana Prison Service. It's within one software. All are aware of what is happening. Into just yes, into previously I paid about 1 year, 1 month just to get information from prison service, and I had to get information from Ghana Police Service. Now just with a click of a button, everybody knows what is happening.
The way benefits ni be udiatuja.
Yes, in fact, we say renovate, yes, send your justice delivery no course. Because in semi-bureau.
Now, Ebano, me as citizen, any media, any public at large, Ruben is almost to me a play, Senebeya, Jumedia Mudino, Eba Kuichi,
yes,
Eba Kofa.
Yes, in fact, media no are for some time now. Your promoting system, what is happening. As you see, I say, relative and our friend be now a chair or remand and are custody for a long time. Now person who's in a case near custody, you just go to the court registrar. Case near the as no court registrar. Just by the click of a button. Registrar bit me ninety a case no a delay. Any stage a case near to. You bet me one and a handle dockets at which point in time. It is a docket now any maybe a see a cocoa dockets no. Inti bese obi a de ne ho hyem. Ye ntwem ma obi endi 4-5 months or remand. Na en fa ne you say wa che remand court kran fa ne nkobi. Na prosecutor ira ye hu no. Say unwo nipa bi sa or that situation, I just go to the court registrar and then ask for the update of the case. Registrar through the case tracking system beat me actual update.
Na me call registrar no ade na say me de koma registrar no me ko book case na ama na immediately we keen and I say say me kita numbers bi a me de kwa koma no.
Oh no, just the name of the accused person. Nipa na that custody ni keke. For now, it's running in 7 out of the 16 regions.
Okay.
Yeah, hope you say within the end of the year they beat me running through the whole Ghana. But then we have been having challenges, especially with our internet access. Buabeko police station. In fact, what we actually did is we supplied USAID supplied most police stations with laptops, any modems, and internet access. But then the challenge is that we review no. Now the feedback is that we had poor internet connection. In the NTMA we input data you are supposed to input in the system. In fact, we have a long way to go. But then through this publicity, no, we are hoping that it will encourage the police to also educate their officers on how to operate the system. Because first, cut it down considering the time involved in prosecution. And internet, any IT, in fact, it will benefit the boy in the long run. So this is what we are trying to, or we have brought to the system. We want people to also get involved, especially the media to also help advertise and propagate the system.
Very, very important discussion. I have an opinion also case tracking system. Opinion for the bar USAID or justice support sector and she share also omodia tuja omone crime check foundation omo ba together omo pese as part of justice delivery system no omo pese efficient na timely delivery of cases ne nema obetumi attrack your case nyina nkomo ayedi anope but yembra citizen ankasa so na yenhwe some of nema ekoso ebano only abanya some of the challenges ekoso na what are the rights of arrested persons and ebano yemrano ma you arrest provisions of mranum ebano rights be say accrue to one.
In fact, this topic is a very important topic, especially because of some of our officers abuse the power given them when it comes to arrest.
Okay.
Per the law, no, you know, basic human rights. Say a chua, and now you accused person. Before you are even sent to court, you are presumed to be innocent until proven guilty. Until you have some basic fundamental human rights. The first basic right is that at the time of more arrest, no, they must tell you the reason for the arrest.
Okay.
In fact, the officer not ensure the reason for the arrest, that the arrest becomes unlawful at that point in time. And per the law, you can use reasonable force to resist it.
Okay.
So the officer must tell you, so it's what catch or ninety or arrest. Before our barber arrest, will be making formal complaint against you. A normal investigation based on which they found you culpable. They must tell you the reason for the arrest. The court station also, they must inform you that you have the right to have your counsel by your side before you write any statement.
Okay.
It's very important because you have situations where some officers, but some officers go to the extent of inflicting pain or going through some unlawful means to extract information from the accused person. Until a boss says and lawyer or honoma, the lawyer should be present before the person will write a statement or not. And within a case tracking system, so any lawyer at that point in time, legal aid will get that information. Say any lawyer. So the person independently requested for a lawyer at that time, just by the click of a button, legal aid will get information. Say the person needs a lawyer. That's what we are trying to reach there.
Okay.
And then the person also has the right whether or not to write a statement.
Okay.
In fact, writing a statement is not compulsory. It's not compulsory.
Okay.
In fact, most of my clients, I even advise them not to write statements because then the police has the duty and obligation to investigate the case and prefer and prove the charges against you. You're not supposed to help them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So when you're just person of interest, you are not an accused person. You can offer a statement, but then you have to be careful not to incriminate yourself. Until writing a statement in itself is not compulsory. If you want to write a statement, then be sure that your lawyer is there to guide you through the statement. And then the most important part is almost the offense not a ball. Now what your statement if you are admitting to the commission of the offense, and I would you to say bonnie no yeah, and I crime normally a child normally born. Why it's important there's the friend independent witness is present. Me can earlier say sometimes the police can extract information from an accused person using brutal force and a beating and assault. So it's important, any panel admit the offense now, there must be somebody who is independent of the police to attest that at the time or throw or admit statement or admit offense, the person was doing it out of his own volition. It's very important.
Okay.
So what admit offense, the independent witness, the whole statement will be struck out and not admissible in court.
Oh, okay.
Until in the first place, if you know your lawyer is not around, don't offer a statement unless you are just a person of interest.
It's we see Okrum has, but it's a very important conversation,
Yes,
and a lot of
yes.
people don't know. Say, the situation statement and your compulsion. A lot of
compulsion,
people don't know. But yambra another part of arrest,
Yes.
a bail. Bail free.
100% free. The police is not supposed to take any money from you. But I'll bring in a caveat.
Okay.
What happens is that police amount bail. At that point, you're find police inquiry bill. You have two types of bill: your police inquiry bill and your court bill. At the time I arrest someone for court within that 48 hours, they have the, how do I put it? They can grant you bail.
Okay.
They may grant you bail. Among bail, it comes with some conditions. Normally, you have to produce sureties, 1 or 2 sureties, depending on the offense and then the caliber of person. So, maybe a professional or a person or a political or a politician. Most of the time, politicians or people that we can trust. They can give what you call self-recognizance bill. That one you don't even need a surety.
Okay.
But someone might bill with surety. There are some conditions you have to meet. Either if when you are producing 1 or 2 sureties, you have to produce sureties who have permanent place of residence. Number 1. Sureties who are responsible people. You don't just produce anybody who is a person to stand as surety. Because surety, say accused person, and bar at the time of here now, you the surety will have to produce him. The surety will have to sign a bill bond. Almost the amount you bet to accused person it is so. Let's say a stealing. Why we are maybe one of these your machines costing 50,000. But then the police will set a bill sum of maybe double the amount.
Okay.
So you the surety, you have to sign this undertaking. That say you here accused person now one ba. You pay this amount.
Okay.
But then you don't pay the amount to the police at that point in time. Do you understand? So the only instance where money comes in is when, because the police will have to go and inspect the residence of the surety.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure accused no one. They will have to come and inspect the residence of the accused person. Ordinarily, they are supposed to use their own vehicle to go and inspect the residence. But we know what happens in Ghana.
Yeah.
They will tell you they don't have a vehicle, they don't have before. So the only instance where you may be required to give out money is when you are transporting the officer to go and inspect your official residence. That one, even that one, you are not supposed to give money to the police. You have to provide means of transport to the police to go and inspect your official residence. That's the only time that you spend some money when it comes to bail.
Chichimo or the Abai Afi because normally we hear say Yama will be 200,000 Ghana city bill, Yama will be okay, Afi and Chichimo Naba. Okay. Yanto so na yanko yenim. A ban will be a yacheno. Na his rights have been violated, they be abused, be a caution and Yama. How does such a person seek redress?
Yes, there are so many avenues to seek redress. I'll start with SHRAJ, Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice. If at Oko District Office, they have officers there and officers who work to protect the rights of individuals. It is a police abuse of rights. Maybe they kept you in custody for more than the 48 hours that they are required to. Maybe they inflicted some abuse on you or denied you access to your lawyer. You can go to SHRAJ and then lodge a formal complaint. Obetimi walk into any of the officers of charge and then write a formal complaint against the officer. Charge will take care of it. They will investigate and then they will bring out findings. The other option is that you can also get a lawyer and go to court. In fact, that is nice. I have some cases that are pending against some officers who beat up my clients.
Okay.
So those are also avenues there. You ask for damages against the Ghana Police Service, and then the court will go into the matter, and then if you're able to establish your case, the court will give you some damages. The other option is that the police bureau, investigating bureau is there, PIPS.
Okay.
Almost so. In fact, on some when you go, you just have to pick their form, fill it, or you can write a forward petition and drop it at their offices. Just that what you need is that you need the description of the event. Send a CA. Say police station in the CA, you need the name of the police station. If you don't even know the name of the officer, describe the time and date that it happened. You can fish out the officers who are involved. So those options are available where there has been an abuse of your rights when it comes to the police and other intelligence officers.
What church processes are Kuma and Sana Mafale reports what chairman now Oka you didn't come on Oka about legal aid say Obetumenya Akwenya say Obenya legal aid bano based on case tracking system no mo say we waba but only lawyer yeah funny say what are the processes involved opese akwa assessing legal support from ABR legal aid commission.
Okay, I will start by saying and you be a obetimi assess the services of legal aid commission. Legal aid commission is meant for those who are low earning income citizens. So me know yet if you are a salary able minimum wage, we cannot access the service of legal aid. So your earnings, your monthly earnings should not be more than the minimum wage.
Okay.
And she said, if you want to access their service, you just walk into any of their offices. You pick a form. You fill in all your personal information. They may require a juma or year, how much you earn, and then your other personal information. You also require the person you are making case against. There's a panel that you call selection panel. Selection panel will review your case and determine whether you fall within the remit of legal aid commission. In fact, any case beyond a legal aid commission, maintenance matters, child maintenance, child custody matters, matrimonial matters, that's divorce, insurance matters, road accidents and other matters, and all criminal offenses. But once land matters, because we know how complex land issues are.
That's correct.
And then how expensive they are. But then it doesn't mean someone land matters at all. But ordinarily they don't do land matters. But if you want them to handle a land matter for you, you have to sit down with them to go through a special procedure. Say at the end of the day, say we win the case now, you have to reimburse them on the cost that they have incurred.
Oh, okay.
But all other cases there is totally free. You just have to walk into their offices. You fill in the forms. If you meet their criteria in terms of the wage and then the category of the cases, they will pick up your case and do it for free. And then the procedure they also go through says more time kakra. They don't just rush. They just don't rush into court. They go through what you call mediation process.
Okay.
Yes, I mean logic complaint against you say, you don't pay custody, you don't pay maintenance for your child. They just don't rush to court. Okay. They will invite you and try and see if they can use mediation to resolve it. At that point in time, we resolve we're using mediation. Perfect. And now they are well equipped with lawyers who can take up the cases.
Godfred Enimnyako, Anope Adase. Nkomo de me sure say in the coming days no you be nkomo bebre. Education ya odi abe very very important education. Me sure say Ghana for mo share Ghana for mutie no. They've picked a lot from it, but we'll be having Godfred on the show from time to time. Say he will throw more light on some of the issues he's raised. And you know yentume envremu say na you expect here be but me adoma we'll get back to this discussion and get into a few of these matters and even open the phone lines for you to join us with more consensus and more lawyer Betumi Iyano. Manope, Madam Wase for joining me on the Happy Morning Show.